Let me take you back to the year 1946. In the small town of Anand, Gujarat, the air was thick with frustration. India was on the verge of independence, but its dairy farmers remained bound in chains. Chains not made of iron but of exploitation. You see, back then, milk was controlled by powerful Paulson Dairy, a British-backed monopoly. The system was cruel. Farmers would rise before dawn, milk their cows, and carry it in steel cans for miles, only to be paid a few miserable paise. Meanwhile, in Bombay, the same milk sold at sky-high prices. The farmers toiled and middlemen thrived. But the revolution was gradually taking place. A humble leader named Tribhuvan Das Patel decided that enough was enough. With the support of India's Iron Man Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he lit the spark of a cooperative movement, a movement that said, let the farmers own their fleet. In 1949, a young engineer named Varghese Kurian arrived in Anand, fresh from college and ready to leave. But fate had other plans. Tribhuvan Das convinced him to stay, and stay he did, not just for a year but for a lifetime. Dr. Kurian brought more than the passion. He brought science, systems, and scale. Under his guidance, milk was not just milk anymore. It was value-added butter, cheese, ghee, and hope. In 1970, he launched something so audacious it shook the very foundation of the dairy world. Operation Flood, a plan to make India self-sufficient in the milk, a plan that worked. In just a few years, India went from scarcity to surplus, from a milk-deficient country to the world's largest milk producer. But the journey was not easy. Amul faced massive challenges. First, the exploitation of farmers. Breaking the grip of private milk contractors was not just a business problem, it was a war of dignity. Building trust among thousands of poor farmers was a Herculean task. Second, the logistics. Milk is delicate. It spoils. India's heat made it worst. Amul had to invest heavily in cold chains, refrigerated vans, and bulk coolers just to keep the milk from curdling before it reaches cities. Then came the consumers. People did not trust packaged milk. How can this be better than the fresh milk from the corner dudwala? They asked. Amul had to fight a battle of perception and quality. As the cooperative grew, another challenge emerged: managing scale. How do you ensure fairness and quality across thousands of villages, millions of liters of milk, and lakhs of farmers? It needed innovation, discipline, and systems. And of course, the bureaucracy. Being a cooperative meant dealing with politics, permissions, and policies. Dr. Kurian had to walk a tightrope between government influence and farmer independence. But Amul survived. Not just survived, but thrived. It became more than a brand. It became a movement. It gave farmers a voice. It made children healthy, and it made India proud. And today, when you spread butter over your toast or sip a glass of milk, remember, it is not just dairy. It is a democracy in a bottle. That's, my friend, is the story of Amul, the taste of India, and the power of people. If you think Amul is just another dairy brand, think again. Behind that familiar Amul butter pack and the smiling Amul girl is an empire built on milk, an empire that touches the lives of millions every single day. Let us take a closer look. As of 23-24, Amul's annual turnover stood at rupees 61,000 crore. That's over $7.6 billion. Not bad for a company that began in a small town called Anand. And how do they power such a massive business? Every single day, how over 270 lakh liters of milks are collected, fresh from cows and buffaloes across India's villages. This is not milk from machines. This is milk from the hands of over 36 lakhs farmers across India, most of whom are women. Every drop tells a story of rural empowerment. Amul's roots run deep, with a network of over 18,600 villages, dairy cooperatives spanning more than 18,700 villages. Amul is just not a brand, it is a community. From these villages, the milk travels through a massive network of 10,000 distributors and 10 lakh retail outlets. From a tea shop in Himalayan village to a supermarket shelf in Mumbai, Amul is everywhere, and it does not stop at milk only. Amul has over 200 different products, including butter, cheese, paneer, curd, chocolate, ghee, milkshake, ice cream, you name it. If it is a dairy, Amul probably makes it. And if it is made in India, chances are it is exported too. Amul today proudly exports its products to over 50 countries across the world. Now we will do the SWOT analysis of Amul, the dairy giant of India. First comes the strength. Once a modest dairy cooperative in Anand, Gujarat, Amul today is a household name, a brand that evokes trust, taste and tradition. Its biggest strength, the brand identity. Amul, the taste of India. It's not just a slogan, it's an emotion tied to childhood memories, breakfast tables and celebrations across India. But Amul is not powered by marketing alone. It thrives on a powerful cooperative model. Over 36 lakhs farmers, most of them are women, are not just suppliers but co-owners. These farmers' first system cut out middlemen, ensuring fair income and fosters loyalty and scale. Its variety is unmatched, from butter to baby food, ice cream to milkshake, paneer to pizza, cheese, with over 200 SKUs that caters to every Indian's plate. Then comes reach. Amul's distribution network spans 18,600 village dairy societies, 10,000 distributors and 10 lakh retail outlets, making it one of the most penetrative brands in India. And behind the scene, Amul has quietly built one of the most robust cold chain in the country. Refrigerated van, bulk milk coolers and automated plants that ensure freshness even in India's blistering heat. Now we will discuss the weaknesses. Amul's model, while deeply rooted in India, is still heavily reliant on domestic market only. Global expansion is on the map, but it trails behind MNCs like Nestle and Danone. Being a cooperative, decision making is democratic, which also means slower. Layers of approvals and bureaucratic red tape can hinder agility and innovation. And let us not forget the cold chain, a backbone that's expensive to maintain. A single breakdown in logistics could curdle the brand's image overnight. Now we will discuss the opportunities rising with New India. The horizon, however, looks bright. With Indian consumers becoming health conscious, Amul has golden opportunity to lead in value-added health-driven segment. Probiotic curds, protein shakes and low-fat cheese. Global tastes are warming to India's dairy products, opening doors for exports. With its credibility and infrastructure, Amul could soon become not just the taste of India but the taste of world. And technology backbones, AI, blockchain, IoT, these are not just the buzzword but tools to revolutionize Amul's supply chain, traceability and quality control. And also with tier 2 and tier 3 cities becoming organized in retailing, Amul's distribution footprints can grow deeper and stronger. Now we will discuss the threats. But the competition is no less fierce. New age startups are entering with niche, organic and plant-based dairy alternatives. Giants like Mother Dairy and Nestle are upping their game with aggressive pricing and innovative SKUs. Fuel costs, packaging inflation and climate unpredictability also pose external threats. One poor monsoon can disrupt milk supply chain across the entire state. Also, the government policy on dairy pricing and cooperative structures are always evolving and not always in favor. Yet, history shows one thing clearly, that when the storm comes, Amul does not retreat, it reinvents. Now we will discuss the key learnings from Amul's journey. The first one is empowerment through inclusion. Amul was not just a business, it was a revolution. It proved that farmers, when organized as cooperatives, can be owners and decision makers. It gave rural India a voice, income, and dignity. Second is branding with purpose. The iconic Amul Girl is not just a mascot, she is a cultural commentator. Through humor and relevance, Amul created timeless recall and consumer trust without losing its core message. Third is value addition is the key. Amul understood early that selling milk alone was not enough. By converting it into butter, cheese and chocolates, it increased profitability, extended shelf life and built category leadership. Fourth learning is that technology as a backbone. Amul did not just scale up, it scaled smartly. Investing in technology helped them handle perishability and reduce wastage across the board. Fifth learning is that leadership that transforms. Dr. Varghese Kurian was not just a leader, he was a movement. His vision, integrity and commitment to farmers showed how one man can architect national change through ethical entrepreneurship. And the last one is scaling without losing the soul. Even as Amul became a rupees 61,000 crore enterprise, it stayed true to its roots. Its cooperative DNA ensured that growth never compromised farmers' welfare or community values. And lastly, Amul's story is not just about dairy. It is about building an ecosystem where growth meets inclusion and innovation meets integrity. In a world of unicorns chasing for valuations, Amul stands tall as a brand built on values. As India dreams to become $5 trillion economy, Amul teaches us that progress can be inclusive, ethical and deeply local, all while being globally ambitious. Have you ever tasted Amul's products? Kindly comment in the comment box. I'll be eagerly waiting for your comments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. And if you have not subscribed as of now, please subscribe, share and press the bell icon. Thank you.